respected elder, Bhikshu brother, and respected the chancellors for these elder brothers, and the rest of brothers and sisters. I always use the word address when I address brothers and sisters. In reality, we all human beings on this planet are actually brothers, sisters. So that is, I feel, important. In order to create peace, firstly, inner peace. Without inner peace, full of anger in our emotion, how can develop peace? So, in order to create peace, firstly, we must develop peace within ourselves. So then, I always see telling people, peace must come through inner peace. So now inner peace, the basis of inner peace is love, compassion, not anger, not jealousy, not other sort of the fear. So consider we other people as our brothers, sisters. And immediately, you see, you get the feeling closeness. Actually, I think compassion, love, actually towards the being, in human case, human being, not humans or what's it, different kasota, background, social background, or like that. So on that level, we all are the same human being. I always consider myself, I'm just one of the 7 billion human beings. If I stress, I am Dalai Lama. His Holiness 14th Dalai Lama. Then, you see, that if too much emphasis that, then I get the lonely feeling. Because out of 7 billion, in 7 billion human beings, 1 Dalai Lama. So if I had too much emphasis on that, then I feel lonely. When I look people as our brother, my brother, sisters, and immediately I feel very close. So we need sense of oneness of 7 billion human beings. Like we Buddhist monk, Buddhists usually used to praying for entire sentient being. So entire sentient being, I think the sentient beings on other galaxies, see, we have no connection, only prayer. So connected to the thing, only our own world. Now, within the world, limitless other animals, birds, fish, insects. For this, we only pray. Otherwise, nothing can be done. When we see some animal suffering, so only so strong feeling, otherwise nothing can be done. Then only 7 billion human beings, we have this human brain. With that, we have language. So, through language, we can share each other. And some of our own experience can share with the other fellow human being. So, this sense of brothers, brotherhood, sisterhood, is, I feel, key factor. Firstly, to bring inner peace. Inner peace, peace with fear cannot go together. Fear comes distrust. Other hand, compassionate mind really, you see, bring inner strength. That automatically reduces fear. Fear is the one component of anger. Fear, too much stress, then frustration, then develop anger, then violence. So simply, if you criticize violence, not sufficient. We must go causes of the violence. External cause there, but main thing is inner the cause of anger. That's fear. So now we have to sort of stress the counterforce of fear. That's trust. Trust entirely based on friendship or closeness feeling. That's basis of that. That is sense of we are same human being. I practice that and share other people. So therefore, whenever I talk, I always use the word brothers and sisters. On that level, no differences due to different religion, due to different color, or different sort of professions, or different sort of family background. Rich and poor, or believer or non-believer, and this nationality or other nationality. That's a secondary level of differences. Many man-made problems are human beings created problem. This problem entirely based on secondary level of differences. My nation, their nation, my religion, their religion. And within same believer, same sort of nationality, say, we are upper class, they are lower. And we rich family, they are poor. So make distinction. That creates this strong sense of we and they. Then the jealousy or quarrel, violence, all come on that level. So only remedy is emphasis. We are same human being. Entire humanity, actually our brothers, sisters, and oneness of humanity, that attitude develop. Then, eventually, these man-made problem, which we are really facing now, today's world. This very moment, we are quite, happy, peace. At the same time, same planet, same human being in the Middle East or in Africa or some other places are killing by human being. So occasionally when we some report or one human being killed by elephant or tiger, we little bit, oh, very unfortunate. But then human being killing by human being is more or less now normal news. Very unfortunate. And violence, what is the value of violence? Firstly, destroy our own peace of mind. And then immediately, you say, destroy peace within your own family and your own community. So immense violence took place in 20th century. First World War, Second World War, Korean War, Vietnam War, and so on, and the civil wars. According to some historian, they say in 20th century, around 200 millions of people killed through violence. Immense violence. What sort of result come from that immense violence? If better world, new shape of world come, and then some people may say, or that immense violence produce some good things. That's nothing. Beginning of 21st century, some violence here and there. This is the traces of previous centuries' immense violence. As I mentioned earlier, we too much sort of make distinction, we and they. Then, you see, they have no hesitate to destroy them. Actually, part of humanity. Now, today's world, due to global warming, more nature disaster now increasing, including earthquake, or these things. I think the Assamese now here, you see the Brahmaputra, one way sacred, one way troublemaker. A lot of flood comes. Now, I think now, decade by decade, I think Brahmaputra water, I think will reduce. Because global warming, the many, because of the glaciers in Himalayan range and further north Tibet, due to global warming, my own lifetime, I noticed when I was very young, in some mountains surrounding Lhasa, on top, usually some snows come, particularly during winter time. But that, within my own sort of, I spent in Lhasa about 20 years. So gradually, the snow less and less and less. At Dharamsala, where I now live, in 59 and 60s, early 60s, during winter time, more snowfall. Now that, after now, 40, 50 years, gradually reduce. So therefore, now, meantime, human population increasing. When I first came India as a refugee, then we used to say 6 billion human beings. Now 7 billion human beings. According to some expert, end of this century, human population will reach 10 billion. So now natural resources You see, some sort of the scarcity, right? Oh. And then meantime, among 7 billion human beings, huge gap, rich and poor. In this country, India, also you see huge gap, rich and poor. So the poor people, their living standard must uplift. So natural resources also now these very much involved. So therefore, now we human beings, I think, should work together. Must share each other in order to seek happier humanity. Old century, old centuries way of thinking, too much emphasis we are today is now outdated. We must think of humanity. So one of my commitments is promotion of sameness or oneness of humanity. That is entirely based on human compassion. Wait, pen. Oh, good. So wherever I go, I always talk. We are same human being. Now time come, we must make effort to create clear understanding. We are same. And my future depends on rest of the humanity. So if you wise enough, it's a selfish, then for your own interest, you must take care of other. You see, out of selfish, not thinking other, is foolish selfish, short-sighted. That brings more disaster. Take care other, more compassionate attitude, your own interest, then we'll get maximum way. That's a reality, like that. So therefore, all major religious tradition always talking, always carry the message of love, message of karuna, and in this country, ahimsa. Because you see, basic human nature, we need unity, harmony, friendship. So all major world religious tradition, inspired in different philosophy, all carry the same message of love. Whether theistic religion or non-theistic religion, all carry the same message. And in philosophical field, there are differences, but that's okay. These different philosophy, same purpose, to bring genuine conviction about practice of love, forgiveness, these things. Okay. Some say there is creator. So the creator also infinite love. So we are children of that kind of father. So that concept very helpful, you see, to develop conviction, the practice of love. Then non-theistic religion, like Buddhism, no creator. Buddha stated we are self as a self-creation. That's Buddhism as well as Jainism. You see, so also think or future of yourself depend on yourself. If you do wrong thing, you have to face consequences. If you do good thing, you get benefit. So that one way of approach. So in order to good or bad, I think a basic basis of demarcation, good and bad, is anything which benefit oneself or others, that's good. Anything which harmful to other, long run, yourself, It's bad. There is no absolute sort of kasota, because demarcation. Simply physical action, verbal action, nice thing. You yourself also feel happy. The other also feel happy. That's good. Angry face and harsh word, you yourself also at that moment no longer any peace of mind, agitated mind. The other also, even including dogs, if you say, oh, some shouting and doing like that, a dog also unhappy, isn't it? When you look, smile, and the affectionate face towards the dogs or kasachuti, or cats. And one time in Australia, one garden, when I visit there, you see, some people, visitors, you see, carry some sort of seed in their sort of farm. And remember this, or some birds come and enjoy. So the compassionate attitude really bring certain sort of also warm atmosphere. So therefore, irrespective whether believer or non-believer, we need clear awareness, the value of compassion. Furthermore, now according to scientists, basic human nature is more compassionate. Over 30 years, I have serious sort of discussion with scientists, mainly cosmology, neurobiology, and physics, particularly quantum physics, then psychology. So, some of these scientists, through their investigation, they now make conclusion, basic human nature is more compassionate. That is really basis of our hope. If basic human nature is anger, then no hope. Biologically, we human beings and all other social animals, loving kindness is very sort of important factor for maintain your good health. Some scientists say constant anger, constant sort of hatred, fear comes. That experience actually eating our immune system. So in order to have healthy body, you need healthy mind. That's peaceful mind. So irrespective whether believer or non-believer, we are not talking about next life. About talking about, you say, heaven. No. Just our presence in the world. We want happy world, peaceful world. I often is telling, previous century, 20th century becomes century of violence. Now, this 21st century should be century of peace. In order to create genuine peace, inner peace, as I mentioned earlier, very essential. So this century should be compassionate century. So, and then all religion, all use different philosophical views, all aiming to strengthening these inner value. So religious harmony, on that basis, we can develop genuine harmony among the different religious traditions with the mutual respect, mutual learning, like that. And then, so now after that, you see, I would like to take questions. So now, I usually say telling people, I make distinction. The generation of 20th century and the generation of 21st century. including myself, and I think most of these elder brothers and sisters, I think we belong 20th century. Now younger generation, those young students whose age below 30, below 25, raise hand. So, now you are the generation of 21st century. The 20th century, history of 20th century, whether happier one or sad one, gone. Nobody can change that. Now, past is past. Future not yet come. So there is opportunity to change future. So generation of 21st century, now this 21st century now at the beginning, 2017. So remaining decades are yet to come. So you can change. You can start certain work, certain effort with certain vision. Is it to create a peaceful, compassionate century. So if you start work now, within your lifetime, you will see better world, happier world, less killing. My generation will not see. So sometimes I should sort of jokingly telling the young students, after around 15, 20 years, I will go. Then, even you see, according because of the theistic religion, even in hell, I may get some, I may get permission to visit world. Then I will watch. These 21st generation, if you carry with vision, with warm-heartedness, better world, happier world, less violence, then when I return to hell, I will report, now the size of hell can reduce. Other hand, if you also, you see, carry the style of our life, materialistic life, not much thinking about inner value, and then a lot of trouble, a lot of killing, then I will report to the authority of the hell, or please now hell should expand. Because a lot of people, the generation of 21st century, these people also now indulging more violence. So I will report. So now 21st century's generation, our real hope is on your shoulder. Now for that reason, existing education system, firstly, I think compassion, even social animal also have limited altruism. That's not sufficient. Now we need infinite compassion. We need that kind of compassion. Animal, only there are surroundings or same animal. We think about humanity. So therefore, human intelligence, human brain is key factor. We have the ability to develop infinite love because our intelligence. So now the instrument to open our intelligence is education. So education is very, very important. However, existing education system very much oriented about material value. I think British introduced this modern education in this country. I really feel sad when the modern education started in this country. I think the Indian sort of scholars, including sort of these religious leaders, I think should participate. What kind of education system introduced in this country? That means modern education plus our own 1,000 years is a certain sort of knowledge about our emotion, about our mind. These, I think, should include. Now that not happen. So now, one of my commitments these years is trying to revive ancient Indian knowledge or Indian thought about the inner world. So more and more now Indian really showing that. So quite encouraging. So because India is, I think, out of 200 different nations, India is the only nation who can combine modern education, modern technology, plus ancient Indian sort of knowledge, how to tackle our emotion, how to bring peace of mind. You can combine these two things. So, therefore, now, you, 21st century generation of India, I think you should make Kasota. You should look more wider perspective. That I want to share. Okay.